So this morning we're going to do a little practice on Tara. And Mary, I'd like to share, I'd like to share my screen if that's possible. Can't do that. Let's see what comes up. There she is. There she is. It's quite a sweet line drawing. This one comes from Kathleen McDonald, Venerable Sangye Kadro, that's her name, and Venerable Rabina, How to Meditate. So it's actually, she looks a little bit wrathful here, this one, but I love this line drawing. Anyway, it gives you all an idea of what will be going on in your mind. So I'm just going to leave that there, if that's okay with you, Mary. All right, so let's just settle into meditation posture. We're 602. And just check where you are at this morning. So what was the first thing you thought of when you woke up? When you rolled out of bed? Was it a panicked thought? Was it a helpful thought? And the Lamas always say to us, the first thing you should think is, oh, I'm still alive. How amazing I didn't die in the night. Because actually some people do. So there you are. Your first thought when you wake up in the morning is to rejoice. You've got another day in which you can be of benefit to others and to yourself. So check your sitting posture. Make sure you're nicely aligned. Hands in the meditation mudra, right hand nestled in the left with the thumbs touching, if that's comfortable for you. Shoulders are aligned with the hips. And imagine your spine is a string of pearls of light, stretching from the base all the way up through the crown of the head and beyond. And just imagine you're lengthening that spine. The top of the head is reaching for the ceiling. Some space in between your vertebrae. Lengthen all those muscles along your back. Now take your head and very gently hinge that head forward. So you're not just kind of dropping it down, dropping it forward. You're just hinging it. And now the tip of the tongue is on the roof of the mouth. And relax the jaw. Now bring your awareness to the crown of your head and relax your scalp and your forehead and your eyes, nose, cheeks, the back of the head, your ears, your inner ear, your temples. Relax the back of the neck and the shoulders, shoulder blades, let them drop down. Relax the throat and the chest and the belly. Then just all your limbs. And bring the mind to the breath, just very gently noticing the sensation of the air as you're inhaling and exhaling. And if there are any sounds where you are, just allow them to be there as much as you can. People in your home, people outside, cars, birds. And then again, noticing the thoughts in the mind and try not to judge them. Try not to have opinions. Just allow those thoughts to be there without engagement. So now imagine, so this image we have on the screen is a line drawing of Tara, someone's impression of Tara. It's a traditional line drawing. So imagine that line drawing is in green, emerald green. And there she is seated on what looks like a fluffy cloud. And she's actually seated on a lotus and a moon. And you can also see she has a lotus and a moon under her foot, under her right foot. So imagine she's about 6 to 8 feet in front of you at the same level of your forehead. And imagine she's this light body, emerald green light. If you like, you can just go backwards and forwards from looking at the screen. Close your eyes, imagine. And again, if visualization is difficult for you, you don't have to worry. You don't have to remember every single detail in this image. You can just imagine green light. That's what works for you. And you can imagine also that she's manifesting all the omniscience, the Buddha's omniscience, the love and compassion in the universe. It's embodying it right there, right in front of you. And her left leg is drawn up, signifying her complete control over desire. And her right leg is extended. And this just indicates that she's ready to get up and help all beings. You know how you have some friends who are just always at the ready to help you? This is Tara. You can always rely on her. And her left hand is at her heart in the refuge of gesture, so the refuge mudra. And that's with the palm facing outwards and the thumb and the ring finger are joined. And the remaining 3 fingers are raised. And her right hand is on her knee in the gesture of granting sublime realizations. And the palm is facing outward. So the back of the palm is on the back of the knee. And the fingers are loosely pointing down. What she's holding in between her thumb and her forefinger is the stem of a blue utpala flower. And this flower is a symbol of unblocking the central channel, which goes from the crown of the head all the way down. The central channel is not something that we can actually see. You can't surgically see it. It's not part of our anatomy. But in many traditions, it's there. In the yoga tradition as well, the Hindu tradition, the Buddhist tradition. We keep that central channel clear. A lot of the practices we're doing, a lot of the breathing, it's almost like you're cutting off, chipping away at plaque. We want to keep our channels, our nervous system clean and clear. And we have blockages in the chakra areas. Apparently there's where many of these they're not like channels, but they're like almost like feeders into the chakras. They get blocked and knotted. So a lot of these practices that we're doing, it helps to just unblock, unknot. And there our emotions get caught as well. And our spiritual energy, our emotional energy, physical energy gets caught there. And then problems come, disease comes. We like to keep everything flowing. It's also why I like to encourage people to do a little bit of exercise So now getting back to Tara. So just imagine this is a green, beautiful green person in front of you. So probably about the age of a 16-year-old. This is how they usually talk. And she's wearing this silken robes in the Royal Indian style. She's wearing all these jeweled ornaments. And she has a 5-pointed crown on her head, embedded with jewels. She's wearing jewelry on her on her throat, around her waist, around her neck, and her arms, her wrists, and her ankles and her toes. She has an aura of light around her head and around her body. So you can just imagine this image, this green Buddha in front of you. Her face is smiling. She's smiling at you. You can imagine all our people of our life, our friends, the ones we're not so comfortable with, all these strangers we pass in the day. She's looking at everybody equally. No judgment, no criticism, just radiating love and compassion. So now imagine around you all these people of your life, all your family and your friends, your loved ones, the ones you don't like, your strangers, and many sentient beings, all in human form, surrounding you. So the people who are close to you are behind you. Those people who you don't like very much are in front of you, eyeball to eyeball, and all the rest are on either side of you. So you're completely surrounded by sentient beings as far as the eye can see. And you can just imagine everybody's reciting together. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. And then we'll do the 4 immeasurables. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment and anger that hold some close and others distant. Now recall any request that you want to make, any special request. Success in your spiritual or worldly activities, your health, the long life of your friends, your relatives, your teachers, or anything else at all that you want. I also hear often in the prayer, in the texts, your pure prayers. But in this text, we're saying anything you want. So we'll just do a little prayer to Tara. Om, I prostrate to the goddess, foe destroyer, liberating Lady Tara. Homage to Tare, savioress, heroine, with Tutare, dispelling all fears, granting all benefits with Ture, to her with the sound Svaha, I bow. So now we're going to recite the mantra of Tara, and we're going to visualize rays of light. It's going to be like nectar, actually, and be running down like raindrops running down a wire, emanating from the point where Tara's left thumb and ring finger touch. So this is at her heart. So from her heart, the rays and nectar flow continuously, and imagine that they kind of touch you, they reach you, and all those beings surrounding you, the people behind you, the people in front of you, the people to your side. And they're purifying all your hindrances to your Dharma practices and the obscurations to your enlightenment, removing all the delusions. So all our anger, all our attachment, all our ignorance, all our jealousy, all our bitterness, all our grasping and neediness. And then remember all the problems of all the people that you are maybe praying for. So think of some of the sufferings and some troubles being experienced by the sentient beings around you. People fighting wars, maybe someone's ill or lonely, maybe someone's angry, full of pride or jealousy. And imagine as the rays and nectar enter their bodies and their minds, the suffering ceases. And the causes of their suffering are completely extinguished. So we'll just visualize that as much as you can. So this kind of like drops running down a wire, drops of rain running down a wire, as we recite the mantra from Tara's heart to your heart. Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha. 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 Now imagine this time Tara sending nectar and light. The time is golden. Again, running down that wire from Tara's heart to your heart. Imagine you're receiving all the blessings, all the enlightened activities, the brilliance, the creativity, the love, the compassion, the wisdom of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in the universe as we recite the mantra. Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha. 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 Om Tare Tutare 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 Ture Soha. So just imagine now, Tara comes to the crown of your head facing the same way as you. You can also imagine that this is the mind of your teacher, if you have one. I forgot to say that at the beginning. But now imagine this green, beautiful green Tara. She just kind of dissolves into you through the crown of your head. And perhaps you can imagine the same thing happening to all those people around you, your loved ones, the ones you don't like, and all the strangers. The Tara, all these different Taras dissolving into each and every one of them. And you all become one with Tara's holy body, speech, and mind. So just meditate like this for about 4 minutes or so. And as we continue to meditate, just expand your mind. Try and make your mind as large as possible. And bring your heart into it. Try and expand your heart. And try not to space out. think everybody just relax and let's just dedicate. So there's a sweet little dedication for this Tara practice. Due to the merits of these virtuous actions, may I quickly attain the state of Tara and lead all living beings without exception into that enlightened state. And may the supreme jewel bodhicitta that has not arisen arise and grow. May that which has arisen not diminish, but increase more and more. Okay, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mary, for hosting. Thanks, everybody, for coming. So very nice to see you all, and lots of love. And I'll see some of you this evening. Okay.
Lots of
bye.
love. Happy Friday the 13th.